So, most historical romance readers have heard of Gretna Greem and the elopements that happened with Gretna Greem. It's basically a staple in the genre. The reason that people had to elope up to the border of Scotland was because of the Marriage Act of 1753. And what that did was tighten a lot of the loopholes and the restrictions there were on couples getting married, either without parental consent, without like the blessing of the priest in their parish, without the reading of the banns, which is usually a 3 week ordeal, or basically getting a cheap version of a wedding by not paying for a license, paying someone like a much lesser amount. So before that, the Marriage Act of 1753 was designed to cut down on fleet marriages. Now, fleet marriages were also called clandestine marriages because you didn't have to get parental consent. You didn't have to have the banns read, which means you didn't have that 3 week waiting period. You could get married any time of day or night. And it provided a lot of the same loopholes and ease of access that a common license or a special license would offer, but at a fraction of the cost. The issue with this is that they were most popular in London on Fleet Street, hence the term fleet marriage. And they were offered by parsons who were indebted and imprisoned at the Fleet Street prison. However, because of being parsons and often having a little bit of income, they could rent rooms on the outside along Fleet Street, and they would offer to marry people in a clandestine manner. And now, by the 1740s and 50s, there was an entire cottage industry of clandestine marriage. There were like notices in the papers, there were signs up, there was even like a little chapel near Mayfair, which was still under construction and growing in the 1750s, where they would advertise, you can come get married if you just come to Fleet Street and get one of our Fleet Street parsons. Now, the clandestine marriage, usually people went to that because, one, it was far cheaper than paying your parish priest and having the banns read. You could get away with bigamy because you could keep things either not recorded or switch the dates around a little bit. And you didn't have parental consent. And then women might choose a Fleet Street marriage so that they could offload their debt onto their new husband and make it his problem. And I explore all this and more in my new novella, To Bind a Road, which is available in a free anthology called Scandal in Spring. And I can't wait for you to check it out.